Last week I posed the question, is this the best Transformers movie? And back then I said most probably yes. Here I'm actually quite certain this is definitely top 2 Transformers movie. It's up there with Bumblebee. I can't decide between this and Bumblebee. I'm having a tough time, but these two movies are like the top 2 Transformers movies for me right now. And it comes down to a few reasons. Let's discuss them, but before that, since this is the review of Transformers 1, let me give you a quick plot synopsis first. So this movie follows both Orion Pax as well as D16, who are 2 lowly miners in the underground of Cybertron who can't even transform, and they're digging up Energon, whereas Sentinel Prime is up there in the surface trying to go on missions to defeat his enemies. However, on this one fine day, Orion Pax, D16 and B127 one day found these coordinates to somewhere on the surface, and along with that there was a Prime giving his own voice to it. So they were curious, so they went to the surface to find these coordinates and see what was there. Maybe it could be the solution to their problems, like the lack of Energon they are with, or fighting the enemy. So let's start with the good. I think there's a lot to like here in this movie. First and foremost, we need to talk about Orion Pax. His character development into Optimus Prime, I absolutely loved it. This is probably the best part of the movie. There was one scene in particular which I will not spoil, but in that one scene the audience had their fist up and they were cheering for Orion Pax, and he was just amazing. So his character is a very noble character and has always been that. That's part of his intrinsic characteristic, where he's this nice guy, he wants to help people, especially his friends. And his character development goes from this one small robot who cannot even transform, who's a lowly miner, into this great leader known as Optimus Prime. That's where his character development is. And it's also a nice steep curve. It's not like a sudden jerk or anything. It's a nice steep curve, and I really liked watching that character development. It felt like we were on a journey with him, and it was just amazing. Then we need to talk about the comedy. Now usually I don't talk about comedy, but holy shit man, the comedy in this movie is actually pretty damn good. Usually whenever comedy happens in these big blockbuster movies, I actually feel pulled away because it will usually be either self-aware, like it's mocking itself, or it will ruin the sincerity of that movie. In this movie it doesn't do that. Because it's an animated movie made for all ages, it has that benefit of giving us comedy without ruining itself, I would say. So it's a family friendly movie as well, so that's another thing. Henceforth, it's more accessible to more people, whereas you look at live action movies, those are not movies that young children would watch. Here young children can watch the movie as well. So I would say another point is that it's more accessible to everyone. Moreover, there's also the voice acting. Yes, Peter Cullen is not the one voice acting as Orion Pax, and a lot of people took that to criticism before even watching the movie. Well, I'm here to say Chris Hemsworth did a really damn good job as Optimus Prime, and all the other cast members, Scarlett Johansson and all of them, did an amazing job as well. And I really can't wait to go watch this movie again if I ever get the chance. Worldbuilding. Oh my goodness, we need to talk about the world building in this movie. The big Transformers movies we've gotten in recent years before this happened on Earth, so therefore we didn't get any world building. But here it's happening on Cybertron, so there's a lot of world building going on, where there's the surface and there's the bottom dwellers, and then there's below them who are the miners, and this structure there, and the authority there who kind of suck and are very rude to the people and are very oppressive as well. It's just really well done. I thought it was very interesting. I didn't expect that first and foremost, so that's why I probably thought it was very interesting. And again, characters are amazing. The Michael Bay Transformers movies, he had to put in focus on both the Transformers and the human characters because of budgetary restraints. Here it's an animated movie, so they had the benefit of that when it came to the budget, so they made the whole movie with only Transformers on Cybertron, so there isn't any humans. So characters for the Transformers were really well done. Their characteristic, their character arcs and all that. Then let's talk about the drawbacks. Yes, nothing is perfect, so I will have some drawbacks with this movie. The biggest drawback for me when it came to this movie was D16 and his character arc. Especially when it came to the end, the character arc was way too sudden and way too abrupt. I feel that they could have worked on his character arc even more, fleshed his character out even more. Coming about halfway into the movie, there was a plot twist. I won't say what exactly it was, but there was one. But you can actually see it way before it even happens. So it's not exactly a plot twist because you already can tell what's going to happen way before. So I wish the plot twist was more surprising and less predictable. And yeah, that's about it. I would honestly give this movie an 8 out of 10. I think this is a solid entry in the franchise. I can't wait to see what else they're going to do with the Transformers brand. If you like this video, click the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time. You guys are always the best.